Hey there! So my game is based on cards, but for the longest time the cards looked a lot like this. Big art in the center, a few lines for a description, name up here, and damage number over here. It's basic. So one of my goals this month was to spruce up my card design skills and see if I can make it look any better. Mega Man Battle Network didn't really use cards as cards. They felt a lot more like equipment. You have their name, their stats, and you have to press L or R to get much more detailed description. Though, the best way to really learn how to use the card is by testing it, and I do want to keep that philosophy. Though, I would still like my cards to look more like cards. There's some good popular card designs to follow like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Hearthstone, but I also wanted to take a good look at other video card games since they need to shorthand themselves. Slate Aspire's card design shows its mana cost, art, and leaves a lot of space for the card's effects and what it does. Slate Aspire, however, is turn-based, meaning you can take your time to read these cards and make sure you know how to use them. I also took a look at Cross Blitz. These card designs are really tight with its information. It's also one of the closest I can get to a very pixelated yet clean-looking card design, though again this one is a little bit turn-based. So let's go jump over back to One Step from Eden. These cards also have a mana cost at the top left, an icon art in the middle, and damage numbers on the bottom left. There's again a lot of space for description in the middle, and for some of the card, it even has some flavor text. Okay, so I want Open Fire to be both fast-paced yet still have fun-looking cards. In that sense, I want the card to have clear but minimal information, while at the same time keeping the player informed enough as to what it does. So here's what I have for now. So with the brand new card, we still have all the art, yet we've also kept this section purely for text. For important numbers, we have damage over here, and on the other side is mana. Wait, no, that's not mana, and it's time that I told you about Overheat. So, have I ever told you about how much I love the Borderlands franchise? In Borderlands 3, the COV line of weapons present a really fun mechanic for reloading. Instead of counting down until your gun is empty, your weapon slowly heats up as you use it. Past a certain threshold, your weapon breaks and you have to stop firing a little to repair your weapon. This works instead of reloading, and certain characters play around this heat building limit. Keep that in mind, and let's talk about the emotion window in Battle Network games. The emotion window is a really neat mechanic that connects you with Mega Man in the game. If you play well, Mega Man's fine. If you play poorly, Mega Man gets tired. But it's more than just some cute Tamagotchi features. If you play the game really well, you can boost Mega Man's power. And there's a lot more to talk about, but we'll spin that idea there for now. I want to combine this overheating mechanic and the character emotion window, so for each card I've created an inherent heat cost. That may be changed later. You have a little bar in the battle menu that tells you how much heat your current lineup has. This isn't a mana limit, no. This bar is meant to help you direct your plays in a lot of different ways. I won't spoil too much right now, but I think you kinda know where I'm trying to go with overheating as a mechanic. Now, unfortunately, I didn't record myself for the next few bits, but I'm still excited to show you what I made. For some time, I used these trees and buildings to work as my stage's backgrounds and foreground. Making good use of Godot's camera and the parallax layer nodes, I was able to quickly set up some backgrounds for the main gameplay area, though I quickly got tired of it and decided to work without it. With some new inspiration, I decided to redo the backgrounds in much smaller scales, one for each sector of the island map. So with the same process as before, I replaced the old backgrounds, messed up some node values, and now we got ourselves a working background. These two are notes for myself. If I want to make the backgrounds more variable, we can randomize these slider values on ready to change the final x-axis of the parallax layers. Furthermore, instead of making multiple scenes, I can preload the different layer sections to just add them in on time. Oh, but the field isn't the only one with the background update. Along with UI, many of the menus have a new tiled background thanks to shaders. Jumping in real quick to a scene I haven't used in a while, here's the character select screen. Down here is a reel where we can cycle through our available characters. On the sides are some random tidbits of lore and stats that don't really do much right now. My favorite part is the very simple panning background that makes this scene feel a lot more dynamic than otherwise. Best of all, the character select works. Selecting a character pops you into the map screen where you can now start choosing missions and clearing the field. There's been a lot of small tidbits of progress. For one, save loading information is a concept that I've been working on but I don't really want to talk about yet. I've been finagling what I can through tutorials, but there's still a few things that I can get lost in. Oh, but I have also started implementing the boss system in the map select, but as always, I need to dedicate more time into creating the different enemies you will find so that the levels actually work. Finally, I've decided to make the game feel less of a roguelike and more like a collect them all type game. So for now, you have access to an ever-growing library of cards throughout all of your turns. In the final product, I still want the player to scratch for cards during gameplay, but at the start of new runs, they can customize their decks with all of the cards they have discovered. So yeah, I wanted to share what's up. With this new overheat mechanic in mind, maybe you have some new weapon ideas you want to see implemented. I have also gotten a lot of aesthetic work done and am now facing another round of hard coding work, but I really think the game is finally shaping up to something I can be proud of. I'm excited to see you again in a month or so, and I am the Noontime Dreamer. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely afternoon.